Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, May 4th, 2017. U.S. stock market is closed. Hey, I'm showing you the Dow chart here, and you can look at this, and I'll ask you, well, what's the trend here? This is showing about 5 days here, and of course, there is no trend. This market is just moving sideways, and it's very difficult to trade a market that moves sideways, and we are not suffering large losses by any means, but it's just we can't make the profits, and it gets discouraging. And one of the things that happens in my head is if we have 4 straight days of losing just a little, I start feeling like, hey, this is never going anywhere. We've been losing forever, and so on and so forth. If it's not the case, all this can turn around very quickly. But today was just another one of those boring days. It was kind of discouraging. We ended up, we had only one position from yesterday. It was positive on the close, but it just, crapped out in the morning, and we ended up losing $1,300 there, negative $1,300 on that single position. Then we got into 8 new positions. 5 are positive, only 3 negative, but we're still coming up negative 1,200 on those 8 positions. So we got negative closed out and negative carried, even though both those negatives are pretty small. You can see here what happened in the Dow yesterday. I called this a bull spike and called the Dow up for today. Well, it did go up right at the beginning, but then promptly fell apart and puts in another bull spike down here. That's all I can call this. But it was lower than yesterday's bull spike, but it did come back pretty strong. Officially, the Dow closes down 9. And, it would be better for us if this thing went down like this and kept going. I mean, we would have a much better chance at making money tomorrow if that happened. But as it is, we just have more of this sideways action, and it's hard to say what's it going to do. Because of this, however, I will call the Dow up again for tomorrow, but maybe it'll just move sideways again and we won't get anywhere. That's always a possibility. Don't have too much to show you, but I will show you my frustration. This is in Cara Therapeutics, which was a single position we had from yesterday. We got into this with about 2 hours to go. It closed positive, and then bam, down it comes right out of the gate this morning. And what was about $1,000 profit goes to about $1,000 loss. Very discouraging. Obviously, you look at the chart, I'm glad we got out of it. But we're in this thing where anything that goes up gets reversed. We've been caught in that now several times, and it's difficult to trade. Here's another one that, even though it's profitable at the end of the day, was discouraging. This is DRIP, which is inverse oil and gas exploration. Gapped up this morning. We buy those gaps. We got in, and by the time it got up here, we were up about $2,500 with DRIP, but then it fades. It's just like we can't hold on. These stocks don't want to let us hang on to profits, and we saw $2,500 go to about $400 profit on the close. Anyway, that I'm bitching and complaining on the video. It's really not that bad. We don't have big losses, but hey, I want to see some big days here, and we didn't get it today. Anyway, this is Trader Bob signing off. See you tomorrow on Friday.